How you're doing? It's Dom here today, and I thought for this episode I would make a relatively cheap item deck, which most people could be able to afford with the initial resources that they get from playing the game for a few hours. So this is quite heavily budget, and hence the reason it's not running a lot of key cards, but I'll show you how well it works with just the kind of small baseline that I've got here. Hope you guys enjoy it. Right, so we're going in against Telvanni, okay? We can probably expect some betraying, some sacrifices, stuff like that. And we'll get rid of Dragonstar Rider. Don't really need that in early hand. Yeah, we want something a bit lower cost like Rehad Horseman. Right, so Mace of Encumbrance is quite nice, especially if we can try and combo off with Gardener of Swords, because Gardener just gets crazy value with items with ridiculous abilities. We'll get down the Horseman now, mainly as we can just start doing a bit of aggro damage, as that's kind of what this deck's all about. But, you know, if it gets destroyed, we can kind of see that they're a bit more of a control deck. So they play quite a nice card, one that we'd love to run in this deck, but as I said, wanted to make it budget, so I decided to limit myself to one legendary. We'll use Mace of Encumbrance to kind of slow it down and get off an easy 7 damage to face. I mean, Rehad Horseman's a really good card, especially if you're kind of running an aggro variant of items, because you can just do stuff exactly like I've just done there. Mummify unfortunately gets rid of it. Well, not gets rid of it, but makes it a lot weaker. We'll get down our Conscript now, because that's a big unit, and we'll probably bait out some removal. Okay, that's kind of expected. We don't really have too much to play, so on a turn like this we can just use Battle Mage's Onslaught. Right, that's going to be a bit of an issue because we don't have too much removal in this deck. So we're going to have to just sort of ignore it and hope we can just outpace them. I mean, if this video is short, you'll know that we did a good job. We'll equip the Dagoth Dagger, kind of do that trade, gain another item in hand, and we'll temporarily ignore that dragon, but we should be able to get rid of it soon. Hopefully. Corsair ship's really nice, but I don't know if we're actually going to be able to
Watch yourself now.
get it to go off. Warcrafter, that's a bit annoying.
Let's do this. Attack.
Well, thankfully we can get rid of it, but we'll use Mace of Encumbrance, shackle their Wardcrafter, do the trade, and then hopefully next turn we can start doing some cool plays and sort of attacking back. Another spine is a bit of an issue, but you know what? If we can try and use the helmet that we grabbed from our 5 cost twice with Gardener of the Harvest, that would be really nice. So for now what we'll do is we'll lower the cost of our items, summon our Blacksmith, then use our glass helmet, and boom, back up to 30 health. Now I'm hoping they don't have any direct removal to instantly get rid of our Gardener of Swords, because if we can get off our Tome of Alteration as well, that would be really nice. Just get a lot of draw power, get back in the action, and make the most out of our items. And whatever action they go for here is probably going to be very annoying. Yeah, Mummify, that's kind of expected, although it is actually giving our unit a slight buff, meaning we're a bit closer to killing them if we just start going a bit rampant to face. we get down Corsair ship just because it means our Craven Conscript will be a 6-4 with no real, you know, negatives. I mean, we probably should have played in a bit of a different order. But no, I'll risk it and take the rune. Yeah. Worked out well for us in the end. And we'll throw down that unit just so they've probably got to destroy it next turn or risk, well, defeat. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, in a way that's kind of bad for us because it means that they're not hitting face and breaking another rune for us. But yeah, they are going for back row removal at the moment, which is kind of good for us. Because we're not really going to be... We're hoping to take this next round. So they've sort of put us in a good situation. Well, we've already got 10 on board, 2 in hand. Just need something else. Like that, exactly. That should do it. We just need to work around breaking runes. I guess... Well, I'm in a position where I won't be able to just ignore the last 2, just ignore the last 1. So do that, put the items on, and take the game.
Now, this is a fine piece of steel.
So we're up against an archer deck. We'll get rid of... You know what, we'll keep that all actually. Dragonstar Rider isn't too bad.
This might be handy.
We'll do that just so we get an item in hand. We're going to wait to use our items until we can use Sparksmith. Wild Boar, okay. That's interesting. Again, we're going to hold back our items. Maybe just do a rapid shot so we can try and kill it next turn. As it is going to be moving into our lane. Just managing to keep it alive, that's okay, but they've played in the wrong order because they've missed their plot ability on their Glass Greaves. It's fine by us. Don't really want to get down Gardener of Swords just yet, so we'll use Plunder and get 2 very nice items actually. Trusty Sword, really nice because it's giving 2 additional power to a unit, and Assassin's Bow gives 3 additional power and gives the creature cover at the end of the turn. That Wild Boar is getting scary and is kind of annoying because, you know, we're an aggro deck. They're an aggro deck. We don't really have much removal. So I guess our only real trick is to put down this Corsair, hope that it lines up with the ball and they don't move it again, use the Trusty Sword to take it down.
Time to move.
Okay, that's good. Well, not great, but there's really not too much that we can do in this situation. Another set of Glass Greaves. I mean, we're getting into a dangerous situation here. Although, to be honest, they haven't really done too much in the sake of draw power. Yeah, so I guess if we just, what? We'll need to use Trusty Sword on the Corsair, get rid of the Wild Boar. And then, what, Rehab Battle Mage in the field lane. It will then get an item from Corsair ship. So it's not really worth using the second Iron Dagger. I mean, I was tempted to. I don't know why. I guess head being weird.
Your coin or your life.
So, what? We get rid of everything in the field lane. Another Wild Boar. Here we go. I guess if we just start setting up some sort of combo. Craven Conscript, if we get that down actually, we can get rid of the Wild Boar next turn. And Gardener of Swords as well. They'll both get daggers and can start killing their units. Hopefully I can use power or use items to kind of buff their health up, so it's not having to trade both these units. That's a bit of a threat. But it's still going to leave us on 3 health. We're just going to have to end this quite quickly. So Sparksmith combos probably need to start kicking in sooner or later, just because, you know, we do want to actually kill them. And then, what items do we have? We obviously have those 2 daggers. The cloak's going to be really good, especially if they draw some form of removal. And I guess we can play a dagger as well. So, I probably should have played the other steel dagger in hand with the Gardener of Swords. But oh well, we've got a few items ready for next turn. We're hoping they don't have anything to charge as well. Interesting they wouldn't use their
That was a
Wax
mistake.
Wayne. Yeah, they've misplayed again.
Apologies.
That's okay, chum. So can we take it this turn with Gardener of Swords? We get that down, obviously, because it means lots of steel daggers will go to everyone. We won't give our Gardener of Swords any items, obviously, because then we won't get double. Hopefully that doesn't destroy our Craven Conscript. Or our Sparksmith. In fact, or any of our units. Yeah, it's fine. We can apply 2 more items, which will be an extra 4 damage. And I think we will just have enough to do this. Oh yeah, we're fine.
Alright, here. Try this on for size.
And that's how we do it. Right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hope it's been helpful showing you a quite cheap budget item deck. If you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.